everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and this is my week 10 pregnancy update. I am about 10 and a half weeks as of filming this. I don't have a whole lot of newness to discuss, so I'm just gonna jump right into my questions. Baby is the size of a strawberry. It's a little over 1 inch long now, which is really cute. Like, I look on the app at the little 3D model and it's starting to look like a baby. It's starting to be really cute. As far as new symptoms go, I started getting raging heartburn this week. Just, you know, sitting upright, feeling so much heartburn. I have been taking Zantac because that's on the approved list of medications. I take it when it's just getting super unbearable, and I have had to throw up because I've had so much heartburn. That's definitely a new reason for the throwing up. I take the Zantac when it's really bad. The other thing going along with that, I'm still having pretty intense nausea waves throughout the day, but I haven't been throwing up quite as much this last week, which is good. I still have here and there, like one night I tucked Olivia in and I had to run to the bathroom and just throw up because I just had a big wave of nausea at that point. I've had more moments like that, but not many in a row like I did the previous week. So if I was having a really bad morning, I'd have a few of those episodes in a row, and it just seems to be like one episode here and there. And the other thing going with the nausea, I am just sick of eating. I'm sick of eating every couple of hours. It seems like every 1.5 to 2 hours, if I don't eat, I get more waves of nausea, and it's just miserable to feel like that. It's miserable to have to eat when you don't feel like eating, and that's where I really got this week, where I just am so sick of food and so sick of eating. I still have a couple of cravings that I want to talk about, but they are mostly from like earlier in the week and not so much the last few days. Basically, I've had heartburn and felt really nasty the last few days, not really wanted a whole lot. So I did end up craving McDonald's chicken nuggets, and we went to McDonald's, got them, and I was super excited. Took a couple of bites of the first one and immediately was like, no, they don't taste good. And I couldn't eat any of them, and I was so bummed out. I almost ugly cried because I had wanted them so bad for a couple of days, and then getting them and them not tasting good at all. So that was really disappointing. I've also really wanted like tangier things. I've been craving sour things for weeks, but I really liked tangy things. So I really wanted some potato salad. We went to get some barbecue and I got a big thing of potato salad. Usually I just get like a little side dish of it, but I got a big one so I could take some home. I also loved that cilantro lime broccoli slaw because it has the lime. If you guys watch my grocery videos, you'll see kind of where the food stuff overlaps, but I got some of the strawberry daiquiri mix. It doesn't have alcohol in it. It's just the mix of the strawberry and lime and whatever else is in it, but you have that really strong limey strawberry tart flavor, and I've been loving that. I ended up getting another, I don't know, what do you call it, the little cans or whatever that are in the freezer section. I ended up getting another one this week. As far as aversions, just nothing's sounding good. I will have to eat, like I'll get to that point where my stomach's starting to get really queasy and I need to eat something, and I'll look around and be like, oh, I don't want any of this stuff. So nothing's really sounding good, and that's just made it a little bit more complicated to stay eating every couple of hours. And going in with that, I have still been eating like every 2 hours. I feel like I'm just eating constantly, and I went down a pound this week. I'm at 170, so it's 3 pounds so far this pregnancy. As far as new discoveries, I've got 2 that I think have been helping a little bit with the nausea. I am wearing C-bands, which are acupressure type bands. So it's got this little knob thing that sticks into one of your pressure points, and you kind of have to look at the guide to see exactly where to put them. I think they're mostly in the right place. So I have one on each arm. I think it does help. And if I take these off, I do get more nausea. It's like a gradual buildup, and they are really tight. You can see like it leaves marks on my skin. I have noticed they get sore, especially at that pressure point. So I will take them off here and there. And by the time they've been off for a while, I feel more nauseous and I stick them back on. So I don't know if it's an actual thing that's helping or it's a placebo effect, but I'll take it because I feel like it's helping. And I also ended up getting the Preggy Pops, which I showed in the last video as well. I definitely think they're helping just to have something. I think part of the like wanting to gag is I have so much more saliva now. And so I'm constantly swallowing, and I'm having to swallow a couple of times sometimes, and I'm feeling kind of gaggy with that. Having the little candies to just have in my mouth. I think little candies would help too. I don't know if there's anything specifically in the Preggy Pops that's helping that much, but just having something to suck on and to kind of keep you swallowing is really helpful. They are also sour, so they taste really good. So I've been using those a lot. Now, comparing this pregnancy to Olivia's pregnancy, it was really funny because I watched the week 10 update after I wrote out my symptoms, and in that video I said I was so sick of food. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's so funny that the same exact 10-week mark I was already thinking the same thing each time. It's like, oh, I'm so sick of eating all the time. And also in that week 10 video was when we first heard Olivia's heartbeat, which is really special. We heard this baby's heartbeat a few weeks back at our first appointment. I'm really glad that we got to do that earlier this time because I did have those chemical pregnancies and I was way more nervous this time going into it than I was with Olivia's pregnancy. And in the week 10 video, I talked about my birth plans of wanting to go all natural, no interventions, no medications, and then ended up eventually having a C-section with Olivia. And so I'm going to, right after this video, film my birth plan video for this time around. I know you guys have been asking about that. And also in that week 10 video with Olivia, I also complained of heartburn, I think for the first big time, just talking about having heartburn even sitting upright, which is exactly what happened to me this week 10. So it's definitely a hormone thing, and there's a valve that keeps, you know, your stomach acid and things down. Well, that valve gets loose during pregnancy, and apparently week 10 is my magic week. The best thing this week was Olivia just talking about my baby. She calls it my baby now, and it's really cute. She just all of a sudden will bring up my baby and ask me a question about it, and it's just kind of a constant thing. Like yesterday we were driving and we see bluebonnets everywhere because it's just that time of the year here in Texas, and they're gorgeous. They're like lining the sides of the roads. And she said, remember when we took our bluebonnet photos? And we just did that like 2 weekends back. I was like, yeah, Olivia, I really like doing that. And she asked, will we take bluebonnet photos when my baby gets here? And I said, yes, of course. You know, we try to take those every year, and it was really cute. She's like, will my baby like taking pictures with me? I said, yes, you'll get to take pictures with the baby. And it's just really cute how she thinks of things just, you know, when we're doing things, she wants to make sure that my baby will get to join us. I think it's really cute that she calls it my baby. And the worst thing has definitely just been feeling crappy constantly. It seems like I'll have a little bit of time where I feel more normal, but I'm still exhausted, or I'm still having heartburn even when I'm feeling less nausea. And it's just, I'm sick of it. I'm ready for this stuff to be over, ready to be able to enjoy every day instead of feeling kind of miserable overall. Like last week, I'm still hopeful, but I am just over it at this point. I'm ready to move on from this part. So on the agenda, hopefully this week, maybe next week, it just depends on if I feel good enough to do this. I really want to road trip with Olivia and get some shelving for like this wall. You can see all the boxes. We really need to get this room organized and have some shelving. So that's the plan. We'll go to IKEA either this week or next week, whatever day I'm like feeling good. I'm going to try to get us there. I don't have any questions. Leave your questions down below if you have questions, and I'll try to answer them for next week. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. Just gonna scooch back like always, get this chair out of the way. I've got toys and stickers and all sorts of things here, so I don't think that it's much different, but my pants are definitely bothering me. I'm wearing some just yoga pants, and I'm keeping them like as low as possible because I don't like anything touching my stomach at all. Back. So there it is. Belly is just round, large, and pants are starting to get tighter. I'm muffin topping. And I did end up getting some maternity shorts, but it's been cold the last couple of days. I haven't been able to wear them. So there's the belly. And so that is it for this video. I'm going to really quick film that birth video so I can hopefully have that up for you guys in the next few days. So be watching for that. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time, and have a great day. Bye.